My love for you is pure like a morning dew. When you post your lewds and my heart jumps over the moon. You liked my tweet when I said you were thick with 2 C's. That's when I knew that I'd found the girl for me. And all I had to do to have you was sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. And you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. I've been subbed 1 year, so I just got a new badge. Now all the plebes in chat know that I've seen your vag. And I know someday you'll finally realize that I love you more than your boyfriend or those other guys. Yeah, all I have to do to have you is sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. But you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart.
Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. 僕の未来は誰にもわからない。皆は僕をダメな。
I wished I knew what he was saying, because that just really hits hard. You know, when that beat drops, it just hit. I wish I knew what he was saying, but I don't speak that language. So anyway, I'm sorry I missed you guys yesterday, but as you guys know, we've got some things that are going on right now, IRL, that occasionally I'm gonna have to miss some mornings and stuff because, you know, with my mother-in-law. But I do appreciate y'all's understanding and stuff on that. Anyway, so let's get into it. We've had we have a little bit of excitement that has occurred over the last couple of days. I don't know, honestly. I don't know if we have a new meta that is forming on Twitch, or if she is actively trying to become a new member of the Law Cow podcast live. I put the live in there to keep it differentiated, distinguished, separate, because they're two different things. Yeah, so the Law Cow live podcast. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to get on there, and maybe she's trying to help. I don't know. Who knows, right? Anyway, so let's just get into it, right? Because that's what we're here. We're here. So go ahead and seize the day. But I'm going to seize this cup of coffee first. Hopefully you guys have got your coffee. Happy Saturday, everybody. This is my second one of those today. I've started. Yeah. Had a busy morning this morning. busy morning this morning. Anyway, yeah. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. All right. So let's just get into it. So yesterday, Dextro, Dirextro, however you say their names, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, they put out this, and quite honestly, I don't know if I can even show this with YouTube's terms of service. I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I'm not going to show the clip. There's nothing there that I saw that would make me think that terms of service, but I'm not risking getting a clip or getting a strike or anything like that, because this creator by the name of this is Morgpie is taking the quote monicum of or not monicum, what's the word I'm looking for, the whatever, booby streamer to a whole new level. She's got the camera to where it's hovering just above where her nipples would be on her breasts, and she, whenever somebody subs or gives like donations, bits, things like that, she raises her hands above her head and does a little shimmy, whatever, causing the breasticles to go left to right. Like I say, you guys can go out there, you can look at the Twitter account. If you're so inclined to do so, you can see what it is. You can see, I don't know who the streamer is that is reacting to this, but nonetheless, okay. So jiggle physics, exactly. Squatching jiggle physics, 100%. Now, I don't care. Shocker, right? I didn't care when they did the hot tub streams. I don't care that they're doing this. I didn't care when they did the thing where they were wearing the pasties covering up their nipples and were painting their breasts. I don't care. I don't. I know there's creators out there that think, oh, they are, they're getting off easy. They're getting to their easy mode or whatever, right? It's like a cheat code or whatever. Maybe it is. I don't care. Listen, human beings have been using their sexuality since the dawn of time, right, to get what they want, right? Even back back in the olden days, even before when
what is wrong with you? You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
What was Cal just tipped $10. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a new little donation I had out there. I put out there. It was kind of hid. I didn't tell nobody. I don't know if you guys like that or what, but thank you for the donation. I appreciate that, Cal. I don't see good morning from the frozen wastelands. Oh, well, it's not quite cold here. It's getting cooler. They were originally calling for chances of snow and stuff here where I live this weekend, but I think they've kind of moved that out. Trippy Savage says, my biggest complaint is this one looks like a man. Well, okay, whatever. I mean, that's your call. But anyway, back in the days, as I was saying, you had the biggest, strongest, toughest men that would garner attention from the women, right? Because they wanted a man, or they wanted a partner that would protect them, right? Women who were, had very good physiques and things like that, as far as, they had certain physical attributes, shall we say, would garner attention from the men, and and they could then use those to get men to do whatever they wanted to do. This is nothing new. It's just digital. It's put out there in a larger spectrum, as far as, because we have platforms like Twitch and YouTube and OnlyFans and Patreon and things like that, right? Where women and men are able to promote their bodies and sell them. And if people are willing to pay for that, God bless them, I guess, right? So I don't understand why people are losing their minds over this. This is nothing new. This is nothing more than that. Dextro's article said, Twitch viewers baffled as new topless meta goes viral. Why are they baffled? Why are Twitch viewers baffled? We have had, listen, there have been, shall we say, adult-orientated entertainment. Again, like I said, basically since man's walked the planet Earth. Maybe I shouldn't say man. Since humankind has walked the planet Earth, right? In the animal kingdom, that's just, I mean, just go look at any species of animal. It doesn't matter, right? There are certain, creatures, whatever, species that you want to look at, when they have certain attributes, whatever, it is more attractive to be able to attract a partner, right? And so they, the males, whatever, will fight over it. If males that have a certain physiques or whatever, women will make sure to try to catch their eye. It's nature. It's human nature, right? Twitch viewers baffled as new topless meta goes. Why would they be baffled? There was just an article. That was put out not too long ago where there was a supporter that had given like $60-something thousand or some nonsense to a OnlyFans girl or whatever. In a month's time, he had given her $60,000. Right? Why is this even? I don't understand why this is. Twitch viewers baffled as new topless meta goes viral on platform. Why is it baffled? What? Women have had their breast out, full breast out on Twitch. They just simply put the little pasties over their nipples and were painting their breast. Why is this baffling? Why is this baffling? I don't know. Okay, but let's get on into the article. Viewers on Twitch were left baffled after a woman's topless broadcast seemingly skirted the platform's guidelines, going viral. Going viral. There's the key. Going viral on social media and sparking backlash online. Well, there you go. See, that's the whole thing. You want it to go viral, right? You want this stuff to be out in the news everywhere. You want this. Why do you want this? Because then more eyes are covered, more people are talking about it, right? And then you have people like Trippy Savage that says, man, she's mid. She looks like a guy. Why would I want to look at? And that's fine. That's perfectly fine, right? Because here's the deal, right? When you put this out there, right? When you put your body out there and you post it online, you are subjecting yourself to criticism, positive comments, negative comments. You're just putting it out there, right? I'm baffled. It took this long to be a thing, right, Trippy? Exactly, right? If I thought I could get away with it, I'd have my milk jugs out there because my milkshake brings the boys to the yard. You're damn right. It's better than yours. I can teach you, but I'd have to charge, right? Come on, our songs in society, right? Our songs in society promote this lifestyle, right? Come on. Sex sells. Full cover? No, you don't need a full cover because I can't sing to save my life. Twitch is one of the Net's top broadcasting platforms, filled with a wide array of live content for just about anyone to enjoy. But we don't want booby streamers. No. Why? However, some streamers have discovered certain strategies for optimizing their channels, something probably called a meta. For example, Twitch became the subject of scrutiny in 2021 after the hot tub meta. Remember that? Yeah, remember that? And ASMR metas took over the site. These broadcasts were known for, yeah, remember where the people, women, whatever, were like inhaling these microphones, had like these ear overplants and shit on it and what have you. Remember that meta? That one was a humdinger of a one, right? I never did. I mean, I know people like ASMR, right? I've never seen the lure of it personally, right? It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'll be honest with you. Now, you know, the evening, there's occasion like of an evening if I'm trying to have difficulties to sleep, I will find one of those channels or like a YouTube or on what a Spotify or whatever, something like that. I use YouTube Music now because I'm a premium member of YouTube, but go to the YouTube Music app and there's like where it's just like rain and it's falling. Listening to rain helps me right out. I can listen to rain. That goes back to my childhood or whatever, but something like that, you know. For example, Hot Tub Meta and ASMR Meta stuck over the site. These broadcasts were known for showing scantily clad women streaming from hot tubs or getting a bit intimate with expensive microphones. You get the idea. Yeah, they were deep throating the mics. Yeah, we got it. Now another so-called meta is taking hold of the platform, leaving viewers outraged and confused. Okay, so the only one I've seen outraged and confused so far is this cat here, right? And he's probably outright confused because she's probably getting quite a few more viewers than what he's getting, right? Something tells me homeboy there is just not generating, just like me, right? Nobody wants to. This is a face only a mother could love, right? I'm not naive, right? This face doesn't bring everybody, you know, right? But if I was like some 27 or 20 something year old, lovely little, sex kitten, you know, dressing up in cosplay and had big boobies, I would 100% exploit it every chance I got. I would exploit every angle ever possible. I would skirt the edge of TOS like a fine razor line. Call it easy mode, call it whatever, call it cheat code. I don't give a shit. I would do it. And all these other little dudes that are raising hell about it, get wrecked, I guess. Get good. Hell, I don't know what to tell you. Period. Twitch streamer sparks outrage over vile topless broadcast. On December 8th, a clip from a streamer cosplayer and OnlyFans model Morgpie. So there you go. See, she's a cosplayer. She checks all the buttons, or all the boxes rather. She's a streamer. She's a cosplayer and OnlyFans model. What's the problem? She didn't break terms of service. She didn't show her breasticles. And here's the thing too, right? However, the camera cut off just, we're going to get to this. So however, the camera cut off just above any sensitive bits, but many viewers feel that she went too far. She isn't the only streamer engaging in this topless meta either. Other broadcasters have also streamed similar content, leaving commentators across social media baffled as how this content is warranted a ban for violating platform's community guidelines on sexual explicit content. Twitch's guideline on adult nudity prohibited female presenting individuals. So I guess guys can show their nipples and their boobies. That's okay. But female presenting, not so much, right? Breasticles. Exactly. Breasticles. From showing breasts with exposed nipples unless they're actively breastfeeding a child. Many viewers argue that these streamers are finding ways to skirt Twitch's guidelines on this matter. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Let's just get on. Let's just get serious about this for a second. Enough of the shtick and the glamour, whatever. I'm gonna get serious for a second, okay, right? Anything can be sexualized, right? Even these women that are, quote, nursing I don't know if that's even a thing that goes on Twitch. I'll be honest with you, and I don't really care. But if a woman is nursing her child, if you don't think that that cannot be sexualized, I suggest you go check out this little show on Amazon Prime called The Boys. There's this dude called Homelander. Yeah, see, he's kind of got a little thing about the booby milk. Just saying. Just saying. See, the thing about it is anything and everything that anyone ever does online can be sexualized, right? As much as I detest the thought of it, and honestly, quite honestly, if there's someone that's actually doing this, there may be people out there that sexualize me for all I know, right? God help your soul if you are, because if this is what you look for sexualization, holy Jesus, people. But nonetheless, I digress a little bit here. Anything and everything can be sexualized, right? And guess what? Sex sells real well. It's not just, your creepy dudes down at the 7-Eleven buying the skin flicks or the skin, the skin magazines or whatever behind the counter from the clerk, right? It's not just that anymore, right? You have streaming porn at your fingertips, right? You can access any type of porn you want just by a few little clicks on the keyboard. It's no big deal, right? I was sitting this morning and I was having coffee with the wife and the mother-in-law, and we were talking and stuff, and they were they were asking me some questions about some things that had been going on online that my wife was kind of aware of, whatever, and she was asking me how that was going and how things were, and I said, it's fine or whatever. And so the conversation came around about how like when like you're what they call the nucleus family, right? Mom, dad. Let me just say this: parents and children, right? Nucleus family, parents and children. Because I don't want people to think that that parents and children. That's what I'll say it that way, right? Because nuclear, the family, two parents and the children. Okay. How families have lost out, because when families come together, like at meal times and whatever, the parents are on their phones, the kids are on their phones, right? Even if they go out to dinner somewhere at a restaurant, they're on their phones. There's no communication, right? There's no, how do I put this? And I mean this in a non-sexual way. There's no intimacy between the family, right? The communication that needs to go on between a mother or, the parents. There's no communication between the parents and the children. That closeness, because we're stuck to our phones, right? All the time. And I think that, the world has lost some of their innocence, right? I think it's gone. It'll never be gotten back. Because that's just the way it is, right? That's why I find it so kind of hilarious that this article here was talking about how viewers are baffled because the new topless meta goes viral on the platform. Why is that baffling to people? It's nothing new. Seriously, it's nothing new. This outrage over this, right? All I'm going to say is this: as parents 100% have got to be more proactive in their children's lives, making sure that what they're consuming online is appropriate for whatever those parents feel is appropriate for the age of those children. You have to be engaged in your child's life. It was a lot easier when I was a kid, right? Because we were outside playing. The only thing my parents had to worry about was me and the neighbor kids getting along, or were we fussing and fighting that week? That was it. Nowadays, there's so much just nastiness and horribleness that exists out there online that these kids can be exposed to. It's sad, but it's what our life is these days, right? It's what our society is, and it's up to each parent to determine what is acceptable or appropriate for their child or children. But we're going to be baffled because this OnlyFans model and cosplayer and streamer did a stream where the camera shows the top of her breast. So here's my question. So let's go back and look at this for a second. Let's go back and let's look at this for just 1 second here. Okay, so if how do I want to do this? Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this as okay. So where's okay? So let me get the thing here. So if we go here, right? So you can see here, right? What is the difference? I'm seriously here, right? I'm gonna be serious here. What is the difference between this here, right? Her showing this with possibly her breast not being covered, or if she's wearing a, I don't know what it's called, you women will have to help me. But there's these clothes that a woman can wear where basically the top of the outfit basically just comes right there it's like a tube top or something like that, where it just basically covers right above a tube top. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. A corset, maybe a corset, whatever. But it basically just covers the top of the nipples, right? Right.
Holy shit! Look at the tits on that one.
They're nice, ain't they? I wished I had some fun bags like that to play with here at the house.
No, I was talking about you.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Max, please, not in front of the children. But so there's nothing. Here's the thing, though, right? There's nothing to say that she does not have like one of those little corsets or tube tops or something like that, because we don't know. She very well, it's being portrayed as she's topless, right? But who knows? And he just leaves. He pops in and he leaves. That's how he is. He's just a Johnny come lately. He just pops in and he goes. So here's the thing. I don't understand, right? But people lost their minds. All right, so let's take a look. Let's see here. So let's look at some of the conversations around this and stuff, right? So Cinnamon Toast Ken says, looks like a growing fad on at Twitch is to either be or pretend to be naked while streaming and jump around a little bit time to time. Why did I never think of this, right? And of course he's tweeting out the pictures here, and then you're naked, brah, right? Okay, so anyway, Morgpie here comes back, says, hop on the trend, and tags it, right? And shows a picture, I guess, him shirtless, I guess, or maybe it's photoshopped. I don't know. I don't know who this cinnamon. Excuse me. I think I may have heard of this Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy. I don't know. I don't know enough to talk about it like this. About that. But let's see what some other creators had to say. Shoe on Head said, why doesn't Twitch just make a new 18+ site? They do this on Twitch because the market is already saturated on actual porn cam websites. They want to stand out, and they can find a larger, younger audience on Twitch. What I'm trying to say is these whores should be banned. Well, Shoe on Head, that's well, there you have it. She just says flat out calls them whores and says they should be banned. Damn. Shoe Head pulls no punches. Turkey Tom says, this bitch looked like Hulk Hogan. So there's two I guess 3 people now, if you consider Cinnamon Toast Crunch over there, whatever, that really kind of has a little bit of a problem with this, right? Optimus says, that's it. I'm going live on Twitch today, and I'm showing my fucking ball sack on webcam, and there ain't shit they can do to stop me. Well, no, I guess they can't up until the point where they take you down. I mean, whatever. So Captain Poofers. I really hate that it starts playing as soon as I click on the tab. I'm so afraid YouTube's going to get me. Captain Poofer says, I'm going to just say this. If you're going to go full nude on Twitch, just go to fucking Pornhub or open an OnlyFans. This shit is stupid. Well, she has one, Poofers. That's it. She has an OnlyFans. And I think, here's the thing. I think Shoe on Head probably has it right. Some of these models, I like that word, models, OnlyFans models, do come and stream, and they do things to try to funnel the 18 plus of their fan base over to their OnlyFans. So they do stream things that are right, like I say, on that razor thin wire of what is acceptable for TOS. And, over there to funnel to their, but is it the thing of it is it any different from a streamer who streams on Twitch, then takes their VODs, clips it up, puts it on YouTube, maybe then they turn around and even put an unredacted or unedited version with all the little funny words and the languages or whatever in it, because they have to have it edited down and so on and so forth so that it gets monetized on YouTube, right? And so then they take and they put that up over somewhere else, like say Rumble or something like that, right? Right? And they have it hid, and they have that then behind like a Patreon paywall or something like that, where they have exclusive content and stuff, right? I don't know. Possibly. Or they go to Twitter, right? And they tweet out and stuff. It's cross-platform promotion, because the name of the game is you want as many eyes on you as possible. She's not doing anything that's hadn't anyone else ever done, right? Amaranth, when she launched the whole hot tub meta over on Twitch, right? She was doing adult content over on OnlyFans and whatever, right? So she kind of gets them introduced over there a little bit. So, hey, whatever.
Okay, I'm sorry. I went back to lurking, but I got to call back in because I got to address the elephant in the room here. If it hasn't been addressed already, all right? So Here we go. Her shoulders are awfully broad, aren't they?
Okay.
I'm just saying, all right? She's got a little bit of that, like the Michelle Obama build going on about her. You know,
well,
there's something about it I don't trust.
All right. So Turkey Tom says that Turkey Tom in this tweet here said bitch looks like Hulk Hogan. Right? Yeah,
I'm with him.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Trippy Savage said that she looked like a guy to him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, there's something. I'm just saying. Listen, what if we come to find out that actually this broad here could have technically, at least legally in the United States, had gone on and shown the entire, like, one of those little jumps, one of those little bait jumps gets a little bit too high, and we get a little bit of a Jessica Pizzle moment, a pepperoni moment. Ooh. You know, I mean, like, I'm just saying that, like, I don't know, maybe that wouldn't have actually been against TOS, depending on how they identify in the moment. Well, honestly, that's like a weird, like, loophole now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, see, we've had other creators right on Twitch that inadvertently has brought up like actual porn clips and stuff on stream, and nothing happened to them.
I Show Meat. Oh, but that was on YouTube.
Yeah, well, yeah, but okay, like, for example, if I'm not mistaken, Pokimane was scrolling through and got baited, I guess, into showing porn on one of her streams. She didn't get banned. So, I mean,
Well, listen, I'm just saying, like, where is the meta going to go to next? You know, I mean, because for a long time it was the hot tub meta,
Mm-hmm.
there was the bikini meta,
Yep.
there was the mukbang meta, like, you know, wearing a skimpy outfit, eating food kind of meta, whatever. It's
Yeah.
just like, and now it's like they're not even trying. Now it's like surely you must be naked and you're going to jump every once in a while so that, you know, somebody might catch something. You know what I thought was really interesting? I was seeing a short the other day. I was watching
Okay.
like a series of reels, right? And
Uh-huh.
one of them that came up was I don't remember which, I want to say it was like Amaranth or one of the thousands of ones like it, you know?
Yeah.
And she was complaining because she was saying like, I do night streams where I film myself sleeping, and I
Yeah.
noticed that I don't get a lot of attention when I'm sleeping, but it's only when I'm waking up. Like it's like that I get like thousands of people out of nowhere
Mm-hmm.
for when I'm waking up. And I think it's because they want to see like a slip of some sort, but it'll never happen. Tee hee hee hee. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, everybody knows what this is all about, and everybody's
Sure.
doing it.
Yeah.
Twitch, you hacks. Like if I went on your platform and said a few bad words you didn't like, you would nuke me immediately. But you let these bimbos run around with their nips out like it ain't nothing because it makes you money. You little grubbers, you.
Well, yeah, but how many times does like the mods and stuff actually sub to these streamers?
Yeah, well, that's exactly. It's favoritism. It's
Mm.
nonsense. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if at this point, oh, I can't make Jeff Bezos jokes anymore because he doesn't own it anymore. Huh. Oh well, too bad.
Well, hey, I got a caller here. Let's see what Victor has to say this morning. Good morning, Victor. What are your thoughts on this morning?
Hey, good morning. Wow, this is a conversation that people keep looping back and forth on because somebody decides to do something right on the skim of the line. So here's the thing. As an example, people, if you were to do that exact same thing
Mm-hmm.
for like
He would make millions of dollars. Yes, go on.
if you were to do that exact same thing, more than likely you would get banned on Twitch.
I don't know. I mean, would he? I don't know.
There used to be a rule on Twitch. There used to be a rule. It wasn't enforced because they don't really enforce all of their big rules unless you're, not on their side. But there used to be a rule where if you were a guy or a girl, you weren't allowed to take your shirt off.
Yeah.
At all. At all.
You weren't allowed to like twerk on Twitch for a while.
There was like a small amount of time where you couldn't even do it for body painting, and then they changed that rule.
You can't say the word slave on Twitch. Like I'm just saying, like the rules, like the ridiculousness of the rule. The reason why that's relevant, by the way, for anybody who's just like D-Max wants to say slave. Listen, when you play Minecraft, okay, and you've got like a bunch of villagers and shit, sometimes you end up referring to them in a way. They're NPCs, people. Okay, I didn't mean it. All right. I'm just saying, like they have a bunch of silly ass rules, and yet they're gonna nitpick on weird, random shit like that. Like I'm so glad that they've since like abolished their twerking rule. Otherwise, I would never have made it on Now Recording, honestly. So,
well, okay, so
it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how inconsistent Twitch is with their rules.
Yeah, so it's every platform like that.
So here's the deal. If you read the terms of service, and Dextro brought this up in their article, right? So if a female presenting person, right, they cannot show their breasticles unless they're actively breastfeeding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
what?
Fine. I guess that's fair.
What?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. I think I had an aneurysm. Can you explain that again?
So let me bring the article back up over here. So here's the article, right? And here's what it says. Twitch's guidelines on adult nudity prohibit female presenting individuals from showing breasts with exposed nipples unless they are actively breastfeeding a child.
That's stupid. No.
Well, now, hang on.
No.
Hang on.
No.
I got an idea. Now, I'm not an active. I have a Twitch account or Twitch channel, whatever, but I really don't everything. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay. You know how you can get those they're like cosplay or Halloween type, where you can have like the fake boobies. You know what I'm talking about? Where you put them on or whatever.
Yeah.
So what
Sure.
if I got them and I say, I identify as transgendered and I get a baby doll and I sit and act like I'm breastfeeding this baby doll as a transgendered person and see if Twitch bans me for it.
I mean, that would be a way. I mean, listen, nuke this stream so that nobody can call you on it. All right. And I say, go for it.
I was gonna say you're gonna get canceled for sure.
So here's my point, right? And I'm not trying to make light of, and I'm not trying to make fun of transgender people. I that's not my point at all.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to make here. My point is that because it says, and the reason why I say that is because it says female presenting individuals, right? So if I present myself as a female, and if I'm presenting myself as nursing a child, because we all know that transgendered people can lactate. We've seen that argument put forth and been made that transgender people can lactate.
They can. Yeah.
So if I do that and I'm nursing my child, am I breaking terms of service?
Well, this kind of, it reminded me of that story from, I think it happened within the last year, but I don't remember. Maybe it's older than that now that I'm thinking about it. But remember there was that shop teacher that randomly just decided to
yes,
wear huge tits and just like walk around with like women's clothes. You know that guy, and I say that guy because I'm not misgendering him anymore because he is back to just being a dude. At last I checked anyway, so I could, maybe I'm wrong now, but it's just, I wonder if it's something like that where it's just like, if fortune favors the bold, as it were. If you just go for it, nobody's going to question you. Yeah.
So I like to say, I don't know. I mean, again, I don't understand why people are outraged because this streamer decided to do this.
Oh, I don't care. I just think it's more the hypocrisy for Twitch, right?
Sure.
It's like I don't care. She can be on OnlyFans. She can like flop them around. She can do all sorts of stuff. I don't care.
It's because of the inconsistency of Twitch.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. You people, if you did that whole thing that you just like theoretically put up, you would be suspended. And the reason that you would be suspended is because you're not making Twitch thousands of dollars hands over fist. The reason that Pokimane can get away with accidentally showing porn on stream and somebody else will get suspended for having their shirt show too much of their bust and not show anything else is because Twitch makes probably hundreds of thousands of dollars off of Pokimane and doesn't make hundreds of thousands of dollars off that other person. Sure. That's literally it. Either that or they have really, really horny moderators who run Twitch and have preferences to who they like and don't like.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a huge fan of shoe on head with everything that she says, but I think that that tweet that she made about this is 100% on the money. I would butt back a little bit, but just by saying that, like, no, I think that at this point, everybody public pressure wise should be leaning on Twitch to try to create a porn website. Because why not?
Even if they put a section of Twitch out that said you have to input like an 18+ section that says you have to input your freaking date of birth at like as soon as it pops up, please tell us your date of birth. Like how
you gotta be full Nikki Haley and put your whole ID in there, right? You gotta put your driver's license in there.
Yeah, like how corn websites used to have, where you would actually have to put your date of birth on there to prove that you were 18 or whatever. At least they're covering their ass on that. And then people would say, well, okay, fine. It's in the 18+ section or whatever. Fine. But the problem is that, and Shu's kind of right. Like, I don't know if this woman is a whore or not, but this is whorish behavior. And the whole point behind that is because she knows she can get away with it because she's making Twitch money.
Yeah.
Twitch needs to stop screwing around and crack down on it. But what do you expect from the website that had people that literally were in control of partnership decisions, telling women that the only way that they would ever make partner is if they slept with them? Like, this was years ago, and that person got fired after he got busted out. But still, what do you expect? I don't think that whole environment's ever changed, honestly, in my opinion.
Well,
Reminds me of Blizzard's practices.
It's owned by Amazon. It's all about money. If you
Yeah.
make them hundreds of thousands of dollars, you could kill someone in the middle of your stream. You could walk outside and
Yeah,
you know,
to be fair,
shoot someone in
too.
Minecraft and get away with it.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I mean, like, you know, obviously YouTube is the same way. I mean, iShowSpeed has done, you know, a few different things to try, you know, that could potentially get somebody banned on YouTube, and he hadn't. I don't know if he is now. Geez, it's so hard to keep up with this shit.
no, he's
'Cause
not
you just-
banned.
No, he's not banned. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he literally
And-
showed his penis. He showed his penis like twice.
And recently, he actually got unbanned off of Twitch.
Well, there you go.
Like I said, because again, these companies, it's all about the bottom line, right? It's like who can bring us the most eyes to our platform and keep them there, right?
I'll be honest with you.
It's crazy to me that. Oh, sorry, Max. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to be honest, like I know that there's a lot of like reasons, countervailing reasons why this is not a good idea, and I realize that this is more about copyright than it is anything else. But we need to eliminate Section 230 so people can start fucking suing these companies. All right, I just want to see the lawsuits fly. Let's see what happens when Twitch and YouTube have to deal with like inundated with nothing but nonstop bullshit from Karens that just go, my child saw booba on your website, sir. You know what I mean? Like, why not?
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Twitch just recently relaxed their policy and stance on multiple stream. Like,
Yeah,
they can stream. You can multi-stream, where you can stream not only on Twitch but on YouTube. You want a Kick, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can stream even because before, if you were partnered with them, right? You were locked in exclusively there, and you could not put any of your other content out from that stream for, like, was it 48 hours or something?
24 hours. You couldn't
24
upload
hours.
it.
Yeah.
They never enforced that, but for a while they literally said even if you're not partnered with us, you can't stream on Twitch and somewhere else.
I think I think affiliate is the same thing. It's like once you reach affiliate level, you can't.
For a while, right before they completely removed that, they said we don't care. You can't do it no matter what.
Yeah.
And then people were like, "You legally can't enforce that." So
I mean,
the only thing you can do is suspend us. But
yeah, I'm not on Twitch very often anymore. But like, still with the people that I follow on there that have like, you know, I would consider them in the mid-range of content creators on Twitch as a platform. Their clips and stuff, it's like 9 views, 10 views. You know, you're talking about people who are up in like the 8,000 kind of range for follows. It's like there's no reason these people should be making at least in the hundreds, but they're like, it's nothing. You know, it's embarrassing.
Twitch chokes engagement. There's a content creator named Devin Nash who goes through a lot of stuff on how Twitch chokes engagement for people who are trying to up and come and like up and coming like content creators. And he used to go through a whole freaking thing about how you can't make money on Twitch, on just Twitch, why diversifying portfolios is the best thing that you can do, and et cetera, to be more successful in things.
Yeah.
So Twitch like it's been that way since Amazon bought Twitch. It's been like it was all right back. So it was all right back then. Yeah. It was all right back then when Twitch was on its own thing. But as soon as Amazon bought it, it like slowly but surely it was like a tighter and tighter chokehold on people. And it's just ridiculous. The inconsistency of Twitch in their rules is ridiculous, because you could literally be suspended on Twitch or banned on Twitch for having a tube top on and like leaning forward to reach for a drink, and you could be suspended for that forever. But somebody like this could literally like stand there and show you everything but the nipple and honestly shake her tits the entire freaking time on the video, knowing what she's doing, knowingly like she knew what she was doing. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
But like you can't complain about it. You can't talk about it, right? Because then you're a misogynist and everything else by everybody else on Twitter who freaking guards.
It's
ridiculous.
They haven't had a sustained. I think what it is that they haven't really had like a big sustained like attack by like a bigger content creator really going after them for their pot. Because I feel like if somebody, I don't know, I don't even know on what level this would work, but like you need somebody who just would compile everything that Twitch specifically has allowed and just like blatantly point out all of their hypocrisies and stuff like that. and just like serve it up on a silver platter, and I think people would really go for it. Sorry, just before what you were saying, like it's really ironic to me that like these platforms like Twitch or YouTube, um, you know, it seems like a lot of the more problematic sort of things came about when these bigger companies like Google or Amazon ended up buying them out. It's just weird how that happens. You figure a lot of these types of problems would be standardized and solved, but they weren't. They actually got so much worse. There's far more favoritism after these corporations came in to buy out these companies. I think it's just proof positive that like if you want a platform like these to work or to function, it either has to be user based, like not to go on a tirade, but minds.com I think has a really good idea as to like how to solve the moderation problem. What they do is they have a group of moderators who are just generally looking at things and trying to categorize like what is the offense of what is happening based on reporting of whatever post. But then what it gets kicked to a panel of random users who can basically opt in to judging whether or not something should be reported. Now, obviously, that's got problems too, but I like that system a little bit more than just some random asshat in California or I mean, fuck. I mean, let's be honest. In India, Indonesia, or wherever it is that the help desks are, trying to delineate or try to figure out what our culture is and how to thread the cultural needle for what exactly is offensive and what exactly isn't. I think that's a huge part of the problem too. So it's a whole fucking mess. I don't know how they solve this. I honestly I think it's the internet, so probably less moderation is probably better, and these things will probably sort themselves out. I don't know. It's a complicated thing. I feel sympathy for them to a degree, but they're not helping themselves by just being blatant hypocrites all the time.
Yeah. And the thing is people are not complaining about the fact that like, I think it's less about the fact that people are complaining because as like people showing here in the screen share, obviously, I mean, Casey Tron's a bit of a troll, but like people are not complaining. It's not incels complaining about the fact that women are ruining Twitch, man. It's people complaining about the fact that Twitch is inconsistent with their TOS. They're inconsistent, and honestly, they just don't care. Again, if you're making them money, you could literally unalive someone on a fucking stream and get away with it. There's a woman who literally had like who got down and dirty with her boyfriend and only got suspended for 3 days. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but
It's inconsistencies.
And she did that more than once, right? So
I think it was only once.
or was it only once? Okay, maybe it got shared around more than
once.
once.
Did it again, but it was actually the same video.
Okay,
they were passing around the same video.
So just got a $5
3 days.
All right,
Sorry, go ahead.
So I got a $5 donation here from Trippy Savage. Trippy Savage says, I think they should be more consistent with creators, but honestly, parent streaming platforms do not double as proper daycare. I can't disagree with that. That's what I said.
Yeah.
The world is wrong with you. You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
Exactly. So you get it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice
Yeah.
alert there, people. I never seen that one, but all right.
That's a new one. It's a new one.
I mean, I understand that message for like people who are like between the ages of 13 to like 17 or 18 on Twitch. Yeah. Like parents should obviously like, keep in mind what your kids are messing with or
I'll be honest,
watching or whatever on Twitch. But like I don't feel like that argument has anything to do with the fact that there's somebody on here that is literally more than likely bare naked from the fucking like top up.
Well, listen,
doing this shit. Like
I'll
she
be
knows
honest,
what she's doing is the point.
Yeah. This is actually a perfect defense that these social media companies can take. Is just it's a cop out, but it is 100% correct. Trippy Savage is right. Like it is incumbent upon like the adults, the parents, to be able to tell their children what it is that they're, because really this is all just a like the reason why it's problematic to me and the reason why I care at all is twofold. One, it is for the hypocrisy because I think it's really, really stupid. But two, it is because, there are kids on fucking Twitch. And I think that there's a huge problem in today's society of stripping children of their fucking innocence. For God's sake, just let the fuckers like play in the sand for 5 minutes. You don't need to tell them like, hey, this is what sex is. Like, I think we got to stop that,
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know how you solve it other than honestly what Trippy Savage, because you can't hold these companies accountable. It's not going to happen. The problem has only consistently gotten worse. So yeah, I mean, I think that there is something to maybe parents just got to step it up. Don't let your kids be on Twitch. You see this kind of stuff, don't let them do it. Don't let them be on TikTok either, for God's
So
sake.
let me turn back the pages of time a little bit, if I may. Back when I was a teenager, right, we had this big movement that was going on, and it was actually started. Oh, what was her name? She was the wife of a senator, but they were pushing to have certain like albums back in this day, records before there were CDs. It was records and cassettes removed from being sold in your big box retailers like Walmart, Target, whatever, right? Because the language in these it was rock music primarily was very explicit, and they didn't want it being sold because they wanted to, you know. Ultimately, what happened was they started putting indications on the album this was explicit, right? That parents needed, parent permission, whatever. And so certain albums and
Was it
stuff,
Tipper
right?
Gore?
Tipper Gore, yeah, that was her name, Tipper Gore.
Yeah.
Went
Al
on
Gore's
her-
wife.
Al Gore, who went on to subsequently become vice president, but
Well, it's really ironic because he invented the internet. So
well, of course he did. But anyway, all it did really at that point was highlight albums, and kids really wanted it, so they would get like an older brother or someone like that to buy the albums for them.
yeah.
There's a real famous speech that was made by Dee Snider, who is the lead singer of Twisted Sister, where he spoke before this Senate subcommittee. Really good speech. Very intelligent man. People thought, well, oh, he's a rocker, so these rock guys are stupid. Well, not so much. Dee Snider's a really intelligent man. And he spoke before Congress. And anyway, and it's no different, right? It still boils down to, well, like I said at the beginning of the stream, parents, you have to be engaged with your children.
Yeah.
You have to know what they're going and looking at on their tablet or their phone or their PC. You just have to be.
Back then they didn't even have tablets and internet and phones and stuff like that. So it's even worse today.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
than
way
it
more
is.
accessible. It's like if they're not getting it here, they're getting it at school. If they're not getting it at school, they're getting it on the school bus on their way to school.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all sorts of. I think
Sure.
honestly, because I'm thinking back, because my parents were fairly I guess I'll say liberal, for lack of better words. They
Ooh.
really didn't care about what I consumed. There was a few things that they had that were no-nos. They were like, no, you're not doing that. We're not going to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
One of them that I thought was really interesting was at some point, I think I was like maybe 10 or 11, maybe 12, 13, something like that.
Yeah.
Mom was like, you're not like she said specifically, I am not going to buy you Grand Theft Auto. And I remember being like, what? Come on. But like all my friends are playing it. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Like, what the hell? And she's like, I'm not going to. She's like, I'm just not going to. And she's like, now listen to me. I need you to listen to my wording very carefully. Okay.
Yeah.
I am not going to buy you Grand Theft Auto. And what that told me was that, like, I mean, if you can find it some other way, go ahead. But I
Yeah.
kind of like that because honestly, what it did was it made me question it. It made me go like, okay, so my mom says that she's not going to buy me this game. She's not saying I can't play it. She's not saying I can't own it. She's not saying any of that. She's just saying she's not going to buy it for me. So now that creates two things where it's like, hey, I've got to go find this game, some other means, but also why won't she why is she okay with me playing it, but not her buying it? And that made me think a little bit about it and go like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't take this game so seriously. Like, I don't know. I feel like that framed the game purchase and like just the entire experience of playing the game a little bit differently. It's like, my mom is not okay with this. She's fine with it. Like she trusts me, but she just isn't cool with it.
You're lucky, D-Max, because my mother wouldn't let me play Castlevania when I was a kid because she thought I would be possessed by demons.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, what a terrible night for a curse, right?
She really, she really did. My mom was like that for a long time, man. And like now she's like, okay, I understand like other things. But like, she was part of the satanic panic and shit. She didn't want me playing
I
like
get it.
D&D and stuff like
have-
that. Like, whoa, but that was like, I'm literally looking at my mom. Like, she's like, Mom, can I play? Can I? Because we used to have like rental stores and shit, like a bunch of them. That used to be the big thing. Like not just Blockbuster, but local shit. And I remember I used to go into a local and I'd be looking for a Super Nintendo game. I'd be like, Mom, I'm gonna play this. She's like, no, I don't want you becoming a demon. And I'm just looking at her like she grew a fucking second head.
Yeah. You look back at her and you're like,
about that sometimes.
"Be gone, the non-believer."
Dude, she didn't want me playing DuckTales on the NES. Like that's that's like, yeah.
You guys, listen, you guys don't have any idea. When I was a teenager, satanic panic was like really in its heyday, to the point where my mom drugged me around to these church rallies where they were bringing these kids in and telling the parents about how we didn't need to be listening to Stairway to Heaven or we didn't need to be listening. This was the big one, right? Was Quiet Riot's Mental Health album was the worst possible one because the actual song Mental Health says, come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. We're going to get wild. They're actually telling your kids to have sex. My mom caught me listening one time on I had a little, for lack of a better word, like a little boombox type thing, right? Little player. And I had a buddy slip me a cassette tape where he made it, and she caught me listening to Styx, Mr. Roboto.
Oh no!
I lost access to my everything. They were fine with me listening to like Hank Jr. singing about infidelity and drinking and all that. That was fine, right?
That's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
But I was like, Mom, Dad, these guys are talking about cheating on their wives, and they're talking about beating up their wives and their girlfriends, and they're talking about getting drunk, and that's okay. But this stuff over here, well, I don't. Here was their. This was their justification. Well, I don't approve of the lyrics, but the rhythm is okay. The music is okay. What?
Okay. So it's the rhythm, it's the spirit of the song that is not going to corrupt you. Yes. I get that. I mean, you know, it's funny because like
that's conservative logic, man.
I mean, it is really funny because like my mom, I don't know why, I don't know how she was, I don't know what happened, but she didn't know any like what do you call them, like nursery rhymes, you know?
Yeah.
So the only thing that she had that was even close was that part of that Aerosmith song, the like, hey diddle diddle, put your kitty in the middle and we'll sing with it. Like she would sing that to me as a baby. And I think that's what part of the reason why I'm so fucked up. So I think that your mom is right, actually. I think this rock and roll song stuff has got to go.
God, I'm serious, man. I mean, I'm not joking. If she drugged me to one, I guarantee she drugged me to a half a dozen because she was worried about my mortal soul because I was listening to rock music and things like Black Sabbath. Oh my God, do not listen to Black Sabbath. War Pigs, are you kidding me?
When I was like 8 or 9, my mom took me to our local church, and they did a fucking burning ceremony or whatever it was called, dude. And they threw records and Nintendo games and all kinds of shit.
Wait a minute,
day of my life, bro.
Isn't that wrong? Like, isn't that like forbidden in the text?
Preacher would literally stand there thumping a Bible, dude. They had Nintendo, just a pile like 3 feet high, Nintendo games, records.
I'm just imagining
books,
the poor kid running into the church and just being like, Sonic, no!
I'm literally looking at Mario go up in flames, and now that I think about it, now I'm like, you know, we could have really gave ourselves cancer from all the toxic fumes of that just popped into my head. But like, also, that was just a very sad day for me. I can't tell you, I cried like a couple. I didn't talk to my mom for like 2 weeks after.
I bet, yeah.
I'm telling you guys, if you're not Southerners, if you didn't grow up in the Southern United States, back in the mid 80s to the early 90s, satanic panic was a thing. It was horrible. Okay, so we're, Victor and I are sitting there telling us some things of our childhood. Listen, there were 3 young men who were sent to prison. One of them was on death row because of satanic panic. If you don't know,
you talk about the West Memphis 3.
I'm talking about the Westminster 3.
Yep.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you have access to HBO Max or streaming HBO, there are two documentaries that were done during that trial and everything. And look into that. I'm telling you guys, it is horrific what were done to those 3 young men. And the thing about it is there were 3 children that were murdered. And these 3 boys, because they were a little bit strange and because they like to listen to Metallica and things like that, they were convicted of murder with zero evidence.
Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost, yes, is the name of the series.
There's
guys,
3 of them actually.
Is there 3 now? Okay.
Yeah, there's a new one called Purgatory or something.
Okay. But check it out. It's pretty wild. But anyway, I do want to kind of move on from this. Any closing thoughts, Victor, on any of this, I guess?
Stop freaking out about media. They're literally doing it now with Grand Theft Auto 6, not to get back into the tangent. Stop freaking out about media. Twitch, fucking be more consistent with your TOS, although I know you're not going to do it. And me and people are really, really old. That's all.
All right. Well, thanks,
Fair
Victor. I appreciate it. Have a good day, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good one.
All right.
See you.
All right, Max. You're welcome to hang around if you want to. If you need to
For a
go
little
watch,
bit longer.
if you need to go watch,
I'm gonna be fucking cousin Eddie in a parade in like 30 minutes. So we'll see.
There was one little thing I wanted to show you. Let me think here. Let me find it.
Sometimes I feel like I say things and people just go like, "Huh? Like, is that real? Like, that's real, guys. I'm gonna go be in a parade and be cousin Eddie for a minute. That'd be fun.
So this,
I'm just glad it's warm today.
I just came across this one, and I thought this was probably the most accurate representation, really, of kind of you and me, right? So there you, Luffy D Monkey, right?
I like these.
you.
I like it when they do these, but
yeah.
it's like they have to make sure that it sells, so they end up spelling out the whole thing. Like, you're welcome, Luffy from One Piece. Like, it's just like
I'm Hank Hill. I sell propane and propane accessories.
He's got the propane
flames.
Yeah, he's got the propane logia. He's gonna go into his awaken form. Yeah, these are all references from the show.
Yeah, I think this is so cool, right? I mean, I thought I saw this and I thought, that's kind of, I kind of look at myself a little bit like a Hank Hill, old, kind of stodgy.
I can see that,
but not.
Does that make the Mighty Mrs. Riv Peggy?
100%.
What do you think? By the way, sorry. Like on topic but off topic. Did you ever watch the finale of King of the Hill? What do you think of that?
No. You know what? No, I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I think if I remember right, the finale was they were all in the backyard and Bobby and him had kind of found a place to, because the whole thing was really all about him trying to accept his son, who was a little bit different, a little bit whatever. But they were sitting there, they found
right.
Yeah, camaraderie about grilling over propane and making steaks for the neighborhood, right? And everybody kind of came together. So
maybe I'm thinking of the second to last episode. There was an episode where Peggy jumped out of an airplane and then they just kind of never brought it up again. Maybe that's lost media or something. Maybe I can.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I love that series. King of the Hill is so good. It's one of those series where it's like you don't. I think the older you get, the more you appreciate it. It's like you can't really understand it when you're younger, I feel.
My youngest son is so consumed with Hank Hill and the whole series, whatever. He does a spot on impression. He can talk just like Hank. He does a whole God dang it, Bobby. And, and he just.
I wish I could get that one. That's a great voice.
He's really cool about it.
That guy, man, the guy who makes King of the Hill. That guy, I mean, same guy from Beavis and Butthead or whatever.
Oh
that guy in interviews, he's fucking hilarious. That guy is so funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious. So did you see this video? Have you seen this?
No.
All right, so this cat here, he's a TikToker. He's flying on an airplane. And he's making mile-high bathroom garlic shrimp and mashed potatoes. So you see here, he's got a little thing of instant mashed potatoes and some raw shrimp.
How did he get that on the plane?
Dude, That ain't the worst of it.
Okay.
Watch this.
Well, I got a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea.
Throw
I'm a little nervous.
away.
This stuff I got packed definitely looks like a bomb.
All that stupid music. So basically what he does is he's got the shrimp and potatoes, right? He runs the sink full of water. He brings the batteries.
Oh.
How he got the
Whoa! How did you get that on an airplane?
I don't know, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what doesn't make any sense how he got that through. I don't know.
What is TSA? Fucking Twitch TOS? What are they like? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know,
who's in
right?
favorites now?
I don't know. I don't know, right? So anyway, he hooks the batteries, the two 6-volt batteries, into this heating element, right? Watch what he does. So he runs those sink full of water. First thing he does, he puts this shrimp in there, right? So he
holy shit,
has the butter, puts it in there, right? Cooks the shrimp, right? So then he does that, pulls that out. Then he puts, I guess he reheats it. I don't know. He puts potatoes in there and he mixes it up. And he puts it all in the vomit bag, right? And he puts all of it back into the thing, comes out of the bathroom, and he sits down and he starts eating it on the plane.
What the fuck?
Now.
Wow.
Listen.
I've seen a lot of things, but that's the thing.
That is so nasty. Wow. It is beyond. Oh, yeah. But see, here's the thing: 1.3 million views, and this is just the copy that Dexter or whatever seen at 1.3 million. There's no telling how many the original one got.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like, well, again, like, listen. I'll say this: gross. It's like disgusting. I would never recommend anybody do that.
Yeah.
But again, I go back to what I said previously. Fortune favors the bold.
Oh,
you know? I mean, go for it. I can't believe you got a fucking. I'm sorry, but a heating element in a car battery.
Yes.
You got that on an airplane. How did he do that? I don't know how he did that.
I can tell you right now.
Because a dude like that, dude, I get it's like every other time I go to the airport, I get like pulled for like additional screening or whatever. Like it happens to people in my family all the time. That guy looks scruffy as hell. You tell me nobody's ever pulled him aside and been like, "Sure, sir, I need you to take off your slippers. We need to see on the inside of your hat." Where the fuck did he put that thing?
I don't know. I saw that. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
That's wild.
Trippy Savage with another 2. Mitch is really roughing it in coach there. He did kind of look like Mitch, didn't he?
He did look like Mitch. What if that's time travel Mitch?
Time travel Mitch. So this next one, this was a little bit more wholesome. We'll get past the nastiness. This guy here, I watched. This was so cool. This is candy making.
Yeah, I watch these shorts a lot, actually.
Yeah.
They're very mesmerizing. It like itches that part of my Zoomer brain.
Yeah. This one's 6 minutes long. I'm not going to make you do all of it, watch of it. But this guy takes this and he talks the entire process. You see, he's got, he does this in front of a live audience and stuff, right? Yeah. But he takes this here.
So we're going to make the traditional red and white candy cane. That is our #1 selling candy cane at the Christmas season by far. Traditional peppermint flavor with a traditional red and white color. Now this is the same recipe we've been using here since 1933. Same recipe, same marble slab. Same.
He kind of looks like that guy from Breaking Bad.
Bryan Cranston.
I can still do it, and I'll whip it out when I need to.
No, I'm talking about the other guy, like not Bryan Cranston. It's
Mike Troutman.
Yeah.
That character.
Kind of looks like that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, okay, yeah. But anyway, let me just kind of fast forward this. But anyway, so you see, he puts different colors and stuff in there, makes his different colors that he needs, right? And then when he actually puts it on the hook and he starts pulling it, that's how it turns white. That's where the white comes, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, he comes on over here, and so here we go. He starts rolling it out, and they make the candy canes, and it's all made by hand.
Yeah. Now, I like the ones where they make the small candies because it's very satisfying when they just they have it all cooled, and then it's in these little little nubs. And then they just throw it on the table and it just explodes everywhere.
Well, then guess what? This next little segment is for you then.
Oh,
so
perfect.
They give out this. They're doing samples of it so people can. So you see, he's got a big log of this candy that he's put together.
She gonna do it?
So she's got the press, the candy press, and she puts in there and she, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so watch this, guys.
And boom! Ah, it's so satisfying. Boom! Ah, it's so good.
Now, I'm
Every
asking you a
time.
question. Do you like candy canes, Max? Like Christmas time? Do you like the whole candy cane and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm all right. I don't think I ever crave a candy cane, but if somebody offers me one, I'll be like, yeah, sure, take one.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
I personally don't like a candy cane because it's like such a big thing of candy. And I like peppermint candy, don't get me wrong. But like the little nubs that she did, the little things, that's fine. You pop
Those
it in
are
your
good.
mouth, and when it's gone, it's gone. And you don't have this big long, because it's like, what do you do with it? Because you can't eat the whole candy thing at once, right?
Listen, you're pretending like you don't know what you're supposed to do with a candy cane. Everybody knows that what you're actually supposed to do with a candy cane is you're supposed to sharpen the point of it to a spear so that you can kill your enemies. All right, that is the 100%. You know who actually told me to do that? Actually, was Brick. You know,
Brick?
He actually was the one that told me. Yeah. He's the head of the curve, I think, on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is what Max is going to be doing here in just a little bit. I got to turn the music off.
That's going to
But
be
this is him. He's going to be, this is cool.
Are those people?
Yes. Those are people dressed in reindeer.
Holy shit.
And they're kind of like on little bicycle looking seats or whatever,
Oh,
right?
I thought they were like wedgied up there.
No,
I was like, that's uncomfortable.
What it is, it's a front loader, right? And it's a whole like metal frame.
I'm sure they're front loaded as hell on that one.
Here's the thing, right? If these are guys, do you know what they're doing to their testicles right now? They are mashing the shit out of them.
Silent night, holy night for their testicles. Absolutely.
Exactly. But I think that's kind of cool for the kids and stuff to see things like that.
That's really cool.
Because again, kids see this and they think, oh, that's really Santa Claus. And that's really, their mind. Oh, to be able to go back and have that kind of innocence,
Yeah. Either that or they're looking at it and been like, Mom, I ain't got time for this. I need to go back to Twitch so that I could see that girl's tits, please.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
So I came across this article. It's the funniest tweets from parents this week in December 2nd through 8th. So single baby mama tweets out, apparently it's inappropriate to yell shot, shot, shots while your child's getting immunizations at the pediatrician's office.
Oh my God.
I
mean,
well, yeah, right.
I'm just going to be honest. In today's day and age, I feel like just screaming out shots is just probably not a good idea anywhere, especially not at a school. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, just stay away from just saying that in general.
Mommy the Dearest says, my husband bought a stud finder and didn't put it to his chest to see if it works. Someone come take his dad card away.
Yeah.
Right?
Come on. It's obligatory. You have to do it.
When you become a dad, it's kind of part of the code. You have to make stupid jokes like that. And if you don't, that's a yikes for me, dog.
I feel like you know what it is that you have to say those jokes or else you're going to have that little like bug in your brain that's going to be like, you need cigarettes. You need to leave for cigarettes and never come back.
You never come back.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So Simon Holland says, I think my kids got Christmas list and prayer requests mixed up.
Oh my God.
He said, kid, keep praying because you ain't getting this shit. Get out of here.
No.
Katie D, I'm so sick of Elf on the Shelf. The other day I stole one of my daughter's crackers and she looked at the elf and she said, you saw that, right?
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, God.
I like the Elf on the Shelf stuff. I don't know where that came from, but I think that's really
I don't
cute.
know.
I love that trend.
And some of the parents and some of the stuff that they do with these elves on the shelf, man, they're so
they're
creative.
great.
Oh, yeah,
they're
hilarious.
so good. Yeah. Give my
mom
mom another opportunity to April Fool's me, all right? She doesn't too often anyway.
A fun part of having your kids put together a Christmas wish list is realizing that you still want some of the things that they want, like a jetpack, right?
Yeah. Damn it. Why don't we have jetpacks yet?
I don't know. Mummy Potent Ruler says, my 3-year-old came home saying he learned how to sit crisscross pizza sauce, and I just want to know when they changed it from applesauce.
Yeah, that's like a modern thing, I guess. I've never heard pizza sauce.
Me either.
Pizza sauce?
I never heard of crisscross applesauce till like my kids started school. So.
Oh yeah, well I grew up with crisscross applesauce, but I'm confused about that one too now that I'm thinking about it because I don't even know what does that mean? Like what crisscross like applesauce is not cross. Like I don't know.
Maybe for a rhyming scheme or something. Maybe I don't know. So
I don't know.
this here's coming from YC, says from the time he got to school and the time he started, some BS is insane. So he checked in. So she checked her 2-year-old in at 8:47 a.m. And then at 8:53, she got a notification that her 2-year-old was biting people.
Oh, well, that's what you get for sending the fucker in without breakfast, all right? That's all I'm saying.
6 minutes, dude's biting people.
I mean, it's kind of, listen, you got to defend yourself however you can, right?
Jesse says, one day my kid will find out that McDonald's does not sell 5-piece McNuggets.
Oh,
God.
Popping a nugget. Damn it.
Krista Pakian says, when I went looking for scissors, I didn't expect to find them hidden in my kid's bed, but here we are. So here's my question, right? Why is a kid hiding the scissors in their bed? Mama might want to start sleeping with the eye open, right? So
I have the answer. You know, I mean, that fucking tooth fairy, it gets in your house somehow. All right. You got to be prepared for if that little bitch wants to crawl in through your window or however the hell she gets in there, but you know, and you don't have any teeth. Like, what if it, like I would worry about that constantly as a child. Like, what happens if the tooth fairy just wants my teeth and they're not underneath my pillow? Is she gonna like, you know, open my mouth when I'm asleep and just start like yanking them out, like that viral TikTok trend? Have you seen that? By the way, people are removing their teeth like for. TikTok.
yeah. So Median says it refers to Christopher Crosser, who was convicted to the death sentence by crucifixion by the Westboro Mormon Church.
What the fuck?
For killing his baby son by feeding him expired applesauce. Median. I don't know if that's true or not, but
expired applesauce, isn't that just fermented? I mean, what do they do? Isn't that like an alcoholic baby at that point? Holy shit.
I don't know if that's true or not, but my God, what a creative mind.
I hope that's true. I want that to be true.
He left the lid open. Oh my God. So Kristen Mahoney says, Dear Target, I know it's not your fault, but this was a nightmare. So let's see if we can get these pictures up here real quick. So this is what favorite day mini village. So then
okay, that's not so great.
Oh jeez.
Oh no. Oh yeah, no.
Came in like a wrecking ball, baby. Came in like a wrecking ball. Oh God. Let's see what else here. My 6-year-old 2 front teeth are loose. She really wants them to fall out so she can sing the Christmas song. Oh, there you go.
2 front teeth. Okay.
There's a bunch more. We'll move on. So I want to get the wrapped up here.
No worries. I gotta get out of here anyway.
You gotta get out.
Have a good one, every pony. I'll see everybody later.
Hey, enjoy your parade. And by the way, it wouldn't hurt for you to take a few pictures, maybe, and post them on the Twitter for us to enjoy it with you.
I'm sure there will be pictures. I'm sure.
Is Mames part of this? Mames is part of this, right?
She's the one making me do it. What do you mean?
Mames, I don't know if you're watching this live or not, but please, I beg you, please take
there will be pictures
and videos even on the Twitter would be beautiful.
I'm sure there will be videos. I'm sure there will be pictures. All right. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
Thanks, Max. Appreciate it. Listen, guys, tomorrow evening, December the 10th, we're going to have the annual Spurgies by the Now Recording Boys, right? So December 10th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern over on Now Recording. We're going to have the 2023 Spurgies. Big event, much looked forward and what have you, by a lot of creators. So much so that Clear as Mud is going to be doing we've been allowed to do the pre-show red carpet. We talked with the Now Recording guys and we got it all worked out. We're going to be doing a 2-hour pre-show, right? Red carpet. The talented, beautiful Gigi made this little video, kind of little intro for our thing here. So anyway, we're gonna be doing. We've got a whole big presentation and everything that we've got worked up for this. We are going to be going live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got actually got a tuxedo. It's I've got to get it. It's ironed and what have you. Get the wrinkles out, whatever, that type of stuff. Get it ready to go. We should be good to go. I know Jessica has gotten her a gala dress or whatever it's called, one of those little fancy sparkly things. I'm not for sure what the rest of the cast is. Max will be there for part of it. He is going to have to dip out early because he is producing the Spurgies, so he has to, he's got to go get ready. But I'm looking forward to this. We're going to go over the Spurgies. I know that they've added some new categories this year. And we'll be going over a little bit of anyway, I don't know what we got. We're still getting all the ducks in a row, the I's dotted, T's crossed, yada yada yada. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow evening. We're going an hour later than what we normally do, but we're doing that so that we can feed you guys right in. We're going to be able to raid into their show. Anyway, Max and I'll be getting all that done in the background to where he'll get the stream set up. We'll get the stream set up over on Clear as Mud, and then we'll set it up to raid right in. So you guys won't have to do nothing other than come in, tune into Clear as Mud tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Red Gala event. And we're going to be able to host this. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a wild evening. I'm looking forward to it. I begged and pleaded to try to find out who the nominees were. We all did. I mean, Pizzle tried. All of us tried to get the guys to give us up who the actual nominees were for the different categories. They wouldn't give us that. So, what we do have, though, is the categories. And what we're going to do is speculate on who we think is the nominees and who possibly could potentially win it. Anyway, secrets don't make friends. Well, sometimes secrets are okay. I don't blame the boys for keeping this under wraps. I'm just glad and thankful that they shared with us the categories. And, like I said, I think it's going to be a good evening. I think it's going to be fun. I think we'll have a lot of fun with this. And the thing of it is remember, I don't know, and I'm speaking to Pizzle here. Pizzle, listen to me, Pizzle. Pizzle really wants to win the most spurgiest or whatever, right? And I think I could arguably even say that maybe I've done some things here, most especially recently, to quote qualify for that. I don't know, whatever, but it's not always winning. It's just that you were nominated. I don't know if I'm nominated for anything or not. Here's the thing, honestly, I don't know if being nominated for something like this is actually good or not. To be nominated for a Spurgie Award, I don't know. I just don't know, right? Is it really a good thing or a bad thing? I just don't know. We're going to have fun with it. That's the bottom line. We're going to have fun with it. We're going to just have a real good evening with it. Anyway, listen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I got things I got to do. I went for about 2 hours, I think. Have I been? No, hour and a half. I'm sorry, about an hour and a half. Okay. But anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning out. I appreciate the donations. the callers, Victor and Max. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. Make sure you tune in tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. for Clear as Mud. We'll roll you right into the Spurgies, which will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go and check out the other creators, stuff that you like. Go sponsor, go give them a thumbs up. Make sure you put a comment in the comment section. It helps them. Helps feed their stuff into the algorithm. Hopefully you had a good day. Hopefully you liked the topics we covered today. And I don't know what else to say other than just have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. But in the meantime, remember, guys, keep your powder dry. And I'll see you in the funny papers.
You don't know what I've become.